Hi, everyone. Welcome to Borders at the World Trade Center. We are extremely excited today to welcome Mr. Kurt Vonnegut, as well as the producers and directors and screenwriters, all packed into two people, of the new film Mother Night, which opens in New York on November 1st and nationwide in November. They're going to do a short Q&A for us here at the podium, and then we'll sit down and sign some books. So please join me in giving them a warm welcome.
I'd like to say something. Keith and I, he directed this movie, Bob Whitey wrote it. Keith and I were in Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield, and he played Rodney's son. But in order to get this picture made, Keith is an actor and a director. He got into a movie with Nick Nolte with the sole purpose of handing Nolte the script for Mother Night. Otherwise, the picture would not have been made. I mean, it's true, isn't it?
Sad but true. It's
yeah, it's called groveling.
Are we just taking questions? Are we opening it up to questions?
Yeah.
When someone first approaches you with intentions of making one of your books or short stories into a movie, how receptive to the idea are you?
Well, very. But he's been a friend for 8 years. He must have approached me 8 years ago with the idea of eventually making it into a movie. And
14 years.
14 years.
Counting. 82 is one.
14 years. And these things take time. And so, no, of course I'm receptive, and I'm particularly fortunate in that I'm completely in print. And so anybody wants to see what I did, you can buy it still.
what was the problem with the narration and time that you corrected?
Well, I just didn't have the right tone of voice, and part of the problem is, well, I've said everything I have to say. You know, and Melville said that about whalers. His whalers don't talk anymore because they've said absolutely everything they could say. And asking for another book, for me, there will be another one, is like asking Louis Armstrong to sing Mac the Knife one more time. You know? You guys think?
If you didn't hear that, the question was about Timequake, which is a novel that Kurt just ripped the last page off the typewriter the other day. So for those of you waiting for the next Vonnegut, I guess, how long, what's the turnaround? How long before something comes out?
Oh, I don't know, 8 months, a year.
8 months.
Will there be a book, Mr. Vonnegut, of your artwork, sir? You do paintings?
Yes, well, that would be nice if that were the case, yeah. We had a show in Denver, as they love us in Denver, and yeah, we sold 26 pictures in Denver. Sold 2 in New York.
Just shout them out.
Go ahead.
Is the main character, Campbell, in Mother Night based on anyone real?
No, there was a British trader named Joyce who broadcast for the Nazis. He was Lord Haw Haw, and he was actually quite funny. And he was hanged by the British after the war. And I said, gee, what if an American did this? If there were an American Lord Haw Haw. But what put me onto this story in the first place is I was at a cocktail party talking to a guy who had been a spy master during the Second World War. And he said, what you're looking for is a guy who will do as much for the enemy as he will for you. That's the only way he survives. And you hope you get information from him that you wouldn't get otherwise. But this guy is also, the only way he can survive is to help the enemy. And so I said, okay, let's write an honest spy story for a change.
I'll toss in something about, he mentioned William Joyce, who was called Lord Haw Haw. In the book Mother Night, Kurt only has one speech of Howard Campbell's, and for the film we needed 3. And I actually pulled from Lord Haw Haw's speeches during the Second World War, and also from a terrifying speech from Joseph Goebbels called why do we hate the Jew, or why are we enemies of the Jew? And put those words into Nick Nolte's mouth as Howard Campbell, and it's pretty terrifying. But the speeches you hear Nolte deliver, for the most part, are actual propaganda speeches that were made during the war.
Okay, that's it.
Well, if that's the last question, then we're going to start the signing. Oh, one more? Go ahead.
When will the film be released, Mr. Gordon?
Oh, it will November 1st here in New York and in Los Angeles, and then slowly opening across the country through the rest of the month. It'll on the 8th of November in Chicago and Seattle and San Francisco, and by the end of the month probably in all the major cities in this country.
The key is to tell your friends when you see it. And be careful, because by the time we come out, you'll have a choice of Big Night, 12th Night, Night Watch, Mother Night, and the Albert Brooks film Mother. So make sure you're recommending the right film.
Thank you very much.
The book and the book.
I'm writing a screenplay under my name, so years later when they look at this, they're not figuring out what the hell I designed.
I don't know. I guess.
There's 2 slaughterhouses. Let it dry for just a minute.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
If it's paint.
Thank you.
Spacing out for a second.
Okay. Perfect. Actually, probably still sign it.
Okay, I got 2 for you, Keith.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want thanks, it's okay. I only want yours.
Uh,
You have the most beautiful smile I've ever seen.
Well, which
so,
one?
thank you.
Are both of those yours?
Adele was very resistant at first to doing the movie time.
That's mine.
Yeah, we really had to work on it.
I think this is
Vince,
yours.
a lot of that was Vince. Then me, and then Kurt's agent.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I know. You bet.
Because they've been really supportive.
Yeah, ultimately they were. But first they said yes, and then they said no. And then within the company they were doing the people.
Didn't I see you driving 58 when
Huh.
Good memory. That's like 15 years now.
I've seen it 1,000 times. Could you answer a burning question for me?
Yeah.
Venus on the Half Shell, that paperback I bought in North Carolina.
Oh, it's written by a guy named Philip Jose Farmer with my permission. And so I didn't share in the profits or anything. They said, go ahead
Well, I
and
bought
do
it
it.
used, so.
Well, I got all kinds of reviews.
I enjoyed
A bit
it.
of a blob.
That's exactly the way I figured Kilgore would write.
How you doing?
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a bit wet.
What do you do?
I'm a lawyer. I probably should have told you that after the signature.
Shame.
I don't know whose it is. I was
This
handed
is
it.
mine, thank you. Thank you very much, I love your work.
Where'd you go to college?
Fairfield University, Case Western Reserve Law School. Thanks.
You must be smart.
Oh, thank you.
If you're not religious, I'll make you religious. The Virgin Mary made it through the firestorm.
Thanks very much.
Pretty illegible.
Gotta do a quick change.
Yeah, I should just leave the cap off there. I don't know why I keep
Are you publishing anything new soon?
Hmm?
Is there anything new from you coming soon?
No, I'm burned out case, I think. Is that you?
His book Timequake will come out in the next year. You get the joke answer, and then I'll.
Did you come from the movie Christine?
Yeah.
I was gonna say. I didn't know you were.
15 years now, but yeah.
So you remember.
Do it.
Thank you so much.
This is the best book.
And there it was. But he's only sending books. Thank you.